Painting your rails can make a big difference to the realism of your layout. Here's how I did mine. Hey everyone, welcome back to my series on building an N-scale model railroad. This is episode 21, and I'm going to give you an update on what I've been doing in the last few weeks. For those of you who are new to my channel, be sure to click the subscribe button down below and click on that little bell icon to be notified of all my upcoming episodes. I finally got to the scenery stage of the first section of my layout, and in this video I'm going to show you the progress I've made so far. So let's get started. Now the first step in the track painting is to spray the track with Krylon camouflage paint. Now that's just my preference of colour. You might have your own preference, but I just like the base colour it gives to the track. I use painter's tape to mask off where the switchblades touch the stock rails and where the throw bar is, just so that the paint doesn't interfere with the operation of the switch. As with any spray painting, make sure you do this in a well ventilated area and wear gloves and a mask to protect yourself from the fumes. When you finish spraying the track, you can remove the masking tape from the rails. As soon as possible after painting the rails and before the paint is fully dried, use a track rubber to remove the paint from the top of the railheads. Do this as thoroughly as possible to make sure all the paint has been removed. Now the next step is to add the missing sleepers where the tracks have been joined. Ideally this should be done before the track is painted, but I completely forgot to do it. Now Peco makes this job a lot easier with these joiner sleepers. Now these ones are for the Code 55 track that I use, and they're available in concrete and wood tie versions. Now you can see the groove is a lot wider where the rails fit in. This makes it easier to slide the sleepers over the rails. Now you can see how easy it is to slide the sleepers onto the rails. This is perfect for when you have the metal joiners, as it just slides straight over the joiners and doesn't cause any bumps in the track. Sliding the joiners under existing track is very easy. Just push down slightly to get them underneath the rails and make sure they clip in securely. Now just repeat this process for each additional sleeper and then just move them around to get the spacing correct. Once you finish adding all the sleepers, you can spray the track again to blend them in. So I put tape over the switchblades and the throw bars just to protect them from the paint. I now give a quick spray of the spray paint just to cover the sleepers. A quick adjustment of the sleepers with the screwdriver just to sort out the spacing. Next I remove the painter's tape and wipe down the railhead while the paint is still wet. Make sure you do this thoroughly to ensure electrical continuity. Now here are the finished sleepers. You can see they're blending quite nicely once painted. The next step is to paint the side of the rails. To do this I use an old Flowquill enamel paint marker and I'm using the rust colour for the yard tracks. Now I don't think these are available anymore, but other manufacturers do similar versions, so have a look in your local hobby store to see what you can find. The process is very simple. Just run the tip of the marker along the side of the rail and make sure you get the rail clips as well, just so you can simulate the rusting of the rail clips as well as the rail sides. It just needs a light application, and once the track is ballasted, it'll look really realistic. As with the sleeper painting, make sure you rub all the paint off the top of the rails with a track rubber to ensure the electrical continuity. Now you can see just this simple step makes it easy to differentiate between sidings and main line, and it's a good start to weathering your track. Now here you can see the Western Avenue yard tracks have been painted with the rust colour. The main line in the background will have a darker colour applied to the side of the rails. So it's only a small section I've started, but at least I've started the scenery, which is great because that's actually the part I really enjoy. I've just got to get the main line rails painted and finish off the staging yard down below, and then that's all the track work done for now. So once I finish the track painting, I'm going to start on the residential area of the layout, and this is going to have a lot of kit-bash buildings. I've got quite a few Walthers and other manufacturers' buildings, but I think I'm going to have to do a bit of work to make them look a bit more like the buildings that are actually on the scene. So the underpass shown in the video above is the one I'm going to work on. I'm just going to finish adding the LEDs to that, and then that is ready to install. Once I've done that, I can then add all the retaining walls on either side and start adding the roads. I'm really excited to see what that scene is going to look like, because it's going to be my first structure section of the layout, and the first section of the layout that's actually going to be recognizable to those who know that part of Chicago. So if you're not already a subscriber, be sure to click on the subscribe button down below and click on that little bell icon to be notified of my next upcoming episode. So until then, happy modeling, see you soon.